So we'll just see who wins the first toss. We have the chairman of selection committee, Leah Francis, with us. Here goes the coin. Heads is the call, and tails it is. So you have won the toss. So you are bowling first.
Yes.
So what will be the strategy going on to this event?
We'll try to keep it as the score as low as possible, and we'll see.
This is a 40 over format. This is a change in the format. I believe you are prepared for this.
Yes. We were playing league matches for last 2 weeks, so we are prepared very well.
How big is the format for you all?
Very big, better than 20 overs.
Not take much of your time. Congratulations and all the best. The captain, ma'am, you are batting first. So what is the target you are looking for?
We'll stick to 250 plus score as it is a smaller ground. So we'll stick to our basics and we'll play to our strengths.
How confident is your team going on to this event?
We have been doing well past MCA league. We are in the second position, so we have that.
How grand is the platform for all you girls?
It's a good platform to showcase our talents and perform well, so that whatever the selection is, it's dependent on it.
Thank you so much and all the best. The first ball, it was in there. Nicely played off the front foot down to the mid-on region. Opens her account on the first delivery itself, Saloni. Nicely bowled. This is played a little bit uppishly down to the extra cover region, and this will be the first boundary. Quite nicely bowled, nicely played, and a sluggish fielding out there at the point region. Goes to the fence. Next delivery. Just a little bit on the leg side. Nicely played. Three deliveries still to go. Nicely bowled this time. Nicely cut it down between backward point region. Next delivery goes down the track. Wicket goes down. Not needed at all. 40 over a side match. Long way to go in this match. Nicely bowled, but way down the leg side. Nicely nudged it. Helped it along down to the deep fine leg boundary. That's the first boundary of Shama Patikar's inning. Nicely wound. This was a little bit flatter just outside the leg stump. A sluggish fielding that, and again it's over key. Up in the air, and the third wicket down. One slip still in place. Nicely flighted delivery, slogged down to the long on region for a handsome boundary. This time looks a little bit edge on that delivery, runs down to the fine leg region for a boundary. Janvi once again continuing. Nicely tossed up delivery, nicely driven down to the long on region. Good effort, but in vain. The second boundary of this over. Trisha Parmar, right arm over the wicket. Nicely rock on the back foot, plays nicely down to the deep extra cover region, down to the boundary lines in this spell. Flatter delivery, nicely played off the front foot, driven it down to the deep extra cover region, and a full toss, nicely dealt with. This is going down to the boundary lines just like a tracer bullet. Nanya Shetty, left arm round the wicket. Flatter delivery, didn't bounce at all. Just a little bit lucky out there. If would have been on the stumps, I believe it would have been dangerous. शमा दोबारा आती हुई स्ट्राइक एंड पे, फुल टॉस डिलीवरी, बढ़िया ढंग से ड्राइव कर दिया है, थोड़ा सा दूर क्षेत्ररक्षक के, गेंद जा रही है डीप एक्स्ट्रा कवर बाउंड्री की तरफ, 4 रनों के लिए, सॉफ्टली डाउन टू द डीप स्क्वायर लेग रीजन. Next delivery, a flatter this time, nicely nudged it down to the onside, going down to the deep fine leg boundary. Goes down the track this time, played up Pishley, away from the fielder, going down to the deep extra cover boundary. Nicely tossed up, foolish delivery, nicely played it off the hips, with the wrist, down to the deep mid-wicket boundary. Next delivery. Nicely played, nicely swept it down to the deep square leg region. Will it go down to the boundary? Yes, definitely. Start of a new over, nicely nudged it down to the onside, and that's the 50 up for Shama Patekar. Brilliant display it has been. The first half century of the 5th season. This time once again, nicely played sweep shot. Nicely driven up the front foot. This is also going down to the deep extra cover region for a boundary. Flatter delivery this time on the pads. Rocked on nicely and played down to the deep square leg region for a boundary. This time nicely driven up the front foot down to the deep backward point region, and that बढ़िया ढंग से ड्राइव करते हुए गेंद जा रही है डीप एक्स्ट्रा कवर क्षेत्र में, चौथी बढ़िया हिट और अर्धशतक पूरा करती हुई निविया आमरे. कांग्रेचुलेशंस, दूसरा अर्धशतक इस पारी का. क्या बेहतरीन साझेदारी ये रही है निविया आमरे. नाइसली बोल्ड, रॉक ऑन द बैट फुट, नाइसली प्लेड, कट इट डाउन टू द डीप एक्स्ट्रा कवर रीजन. दिस कदमों का इस्तेमाल करती हुई दुविधा में इस मरतबा और विकेट गवाया इस बार. बहुत ही बढ़िया गेंद रेनी की और शमा पाटेकर पेविलियन रवाना होती हुई 63 के स्कोर पे. बहुत ही बढ़िया गेंद थी दिस इनिंग. This time played, wanted to play the slog sweep. This time she will have to go back in the dugout. 5th wicket down for Rajawadi Cricket Club, and slowly and steadily Matunga Gymkhana is holding on to their position. Tossed up delivery, goes down the track, handsomely driven down to the deep. Flighted delivery, goes down the track, just settle herself and cut it down to the backward point region. A slight misfielding allows the ball to go down to the fence. 22 deliveries. Nicely bowled, rocked on the back foot, cut it nicely down to the extra cover region. A slight misfielding over there. Flighted delivery, this and played up Pishley. This is going down to the long. Tossed up delivery, nicely played it handsomely behind the bowler, going down to the long off boundary, nicely fielded there. Just a couple of runs. Definitely that's what they were aiming, more than 235, and definitely that's what they have got. At the end of the 40th over, Rajawadi Cricket Club, they have scored 236 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. Uphill task for Matunga Gymkhana team. They'll have to play brilliantly to get those 237 runs. Confident with their bowling approach. Good start of the second inning from Shama Patekar. She'll be bowling off from the Sporting Club Committee and right arm over the wicket. Nicely bowled this time. Nicely driven off the front foot down to the deep extra cover region. This will be the first boundary of the second inning. Nicely bowled, and yes, we could hear that from the commentary box end. Outstanding start. and being given out. That's a disaster start for Matunga and Matunga Gymkhana. Nicely bowled this time. Takes out the head of the bat. Goes down to the third man region for a boundary. Nicely played and wrapped on the pads. Definitely it's the third wicket down. Nicely flicked off the legs. This will definitely go down to the boundary, down to the mid wicket. Nicely played back on the up, above the mid of fieldsman. And a very good solid boundary. Nicely driven on the up this time to mid on and fourth wicket down. Flatter one than the previous one. Dot delivery to end the 13th over. Nicely played it upishly and above the fieldsman at the mid-on region. It is going down to the deep long on boundary. And is there a definitely wicket down? And that's a huge wicket this time. Definitely this time Gargi Bandekar will have to walk back in the pavilion. Nicely flighted delivery, nicely played it down to the long on region. A sluggish fielding effort this time per over. Nicely bowled and wicket down. That's what I said. Just defending won't help. They'll have to go for runs. Just wanted to nudge it once again off the back foot. A low bounce didn't help at all. She has relied more on her flight. Nicely well tossed deliveries. That's the appeal. And wicket goes down. Definitely that was a googly once again. Nicely tossed up delivery after pitching. Went a little bit outside and rest of the work being done by the glovesman of Rajawadi Cricket Club. This one on the flatter side on the pads. Nicely flicked it down to the deep fine leg region. Nicely tossed delivery. Nicely played off the legs down to the deep mid wicket region. Nicely tossed up. This is a good shot now. Nicely swept down to the deep square leg region for a boundary. Next delivery. This is up in the air. The fielder mid on field spin is getting under the and that's an outstanding catch. That's a stunner. Outstanding catch. This TMT. Who was way down the leg side. Lightly held it along. Nicely driven. Sloppy fielding effort this time. They want to steal a single. Direct hit at the non-striker and definitely it's the 9th wicket down. Nicely bowled this one. Definitely 10th wicket down. All down this time for Matunga Gymkhana. And that is a big win for Rajawadi Cricket Club. Congratulations. The women of the match. It goes to none other than Shama Patekar for outstanding 65 runs and 2 wickets. I'd like to request Shri Bhalchandra Bere Sahib, Mahavyavasthagar Thane Manpa Parivan Seva TMT to please hand over the trophy. Women of the match. Shama, congratulations. 2 minutes dena padega. Just before the start of the second inning, we had said that this was, you batted pretty beautifully out there in the middle.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Was that an easier wicket to bat on?
Yeah, it was, but not for the first half, but it's good for second half bat.
236 on the board. What had your bowlers thought?
Pretty confident we are that 10 good balls, as I said earlier, 10 good balls.
और बढ़िया गेंदबाजी की आपने, स्विंग काफी मिल रही थी आपको.
Yeah, thank you.
All the best. Congratulations, Shama.